a crow on the worst damn day. Smoke in the valley, my old past burned away. Wasn't much left but a gun and a name, and both of them heavy with guilt and blame. He landed on my shoulder like I owned the bone. Croaked once like he liked me, dying alone. I said, bird, you waiting on me to fall? He clicked his beak, sounded just like not at all. I dropped to the dirt and he's giving up slow, but that black-winged bastard refused to go. He took my coat with a mean little bite, like saying, stand up, boy, you ain't done tonight. I felt the dog lean close on my ear. Not comfort, just a test to see what I fear. And the crow stayed still like a mark of fate, like telling me rise before it gets too late. So I stood with the dirt still stuck in my hand, with every bad sin clinging tight where I stand. If the dark keeps me close, I'll prove why it does. I ain't falling easy, hell I never was. That crow on my shoulder like a black tattoo, watching if I break or if I push through. If the dark keeps me close, then it knows my blood, and I'll rise through the smoke like a man made of mud. That clock is struck like a black tattoo, watching if I break or if I push through. If the dark keeps me close, then it knows my blood, and I'll rise through the smoke like a man made of mud. I walked through the ghost of a town I knew, every window cracked like a truth I outgrew. Saw a shadow in the doorway, wild, mean, sweet, the kind of love that leaves scars where your pulse should be. She whispered, why's that crow still riding you? I said, darling, it's the only thing telling me was true. She laughed like fire, said, you're still cursed, I bet. I said, maybe I am, but I ain't dead yet. I cut my thumb, white blood on my gun, a vow I carry till the damn job's done. The crow flapped once like blessing the oath. I made black feathers glowing cold in the moon I betrayed. So I rose again with my shadow in tow, boots dragging dirt, but I kept my flow. If the dark keeps me close, I'll prove why it does. I'm the kind of bastard that the night still trusts. That crow on my shoulder, steady as sin, watching every wound, I refuse to give in. If the dark keeps me close, then it ain't by luck. I survive too much, I don't die that quick. When dawn broke slow and cold on my face, he stayed right there like he knew my place. I ain't whole, ain't safe, but I know this much: some men walk alone, cause the dark ain't done with them. And I ain't one to run from its touch. And I ain't one to run from its He found that busted bridge at 4 a.m. Fog sitting low like a sinner's amen. bones of old wood hanging over the drop. Every plank looking ready for its heart to stop. He touched one beam, it groaned like a prayer, like something in the dark still dying for air. When pushed back, like trying to talk him down, but he'd walk too far to fear the plane. He muttered, hell, you break, I'm crossing anyway. The bridge answered with a crack like it had something to say. Then one low plank dropped clean into place, just wide enough for one man and his mistake. He felt a tremor in his bones like fate, not mercy, just a test to see if he'd wait. Every mile behind him rotted like sin, and every step ahead dared him to begin. So he stepped on the plank that the night rebuilt, boots shaking with the weight of his guilt. If the world gives him one board over the drop, he'll cross that hell, and he won't stop.
He ain't counting on angels, he ain't praying for trust, just pushing through the door cause he knows he must. If one plank rises when he hits the spot, that's enough for him, that's enough to all.
He carried Lockett with a face inside, a wild love that burned him more than the ride. She once said, baby, if you fall, you fall alone. That line still echoed like a cold gravestone. He felt her voice behind him cut through the frost. You cross that bridge, you pay for what you lost. He stopped, breathed deep, said, I already did. The canyon threw back his voice like a wounded kid. He sliced his thumb, let the blood drip straight, marked the railing like sealing his fate. Red on the wood, a sinner's vow made, that he crossed this gap no matter what God weighed. The wind pushed hard, but he pushed back twice, stepping on the next plank like rolling the dice. He knew damn well that the drop was deep, but a man with regret ain't allowed to sleep. So he crossed on the planks that rose one by one, every step a confession where the night came undone. If the world gives him one board over the drop, he'll walk that razor path, and he won't stop.
He ain't looking for blessings, ain't begging for light, just fighting his shadows with the last of his might. If a single plank stands when the void says stop, he'll take that dare and climb real light.
By the time he reached the other side, the bridge behind him broke like it finally died. But he stood there steady, dust on his coat, breathing like a man who survived his own throat. If the world gives him one plank, he'll cross the whole damn time. my knees in a killed outfield. Boots in the mud, holding every sin I conceal. Gun in the dirt, flash drained, heart stained. Every bad thing I done, got a voice, got a name. Bar lights, blood nights, wild love in a motel bed. A perfume mixed with the gun smoke in my head. Heard church bells ringing in a place with no church, like God tapping on glass while I'm down in the dirt. I muttered, Lord, if you're watching, you seen what I've done. Then laugh cause the sky stayed black, no sun. Only my breath in the frost in that bottle of sin. No halo, just a hangman's rope under my skin. That's when something in my chest said, boy, you ain't died. A mean little tremor cutting deep from inside. Night sat heavy on my back like wood. Then a whisper in my blood said, stand up if you could. So I rolled slow with the dirt on my palms. Every wrong move, living light on my arms. If the moon lifts only for my rise, then rise is all I'll do. I ain't waiting on mercy from the sky. I never knew that pale judge climbed up just to see if I would. So I stood there crooked, but I damn sure stood. If the light ain't here to guide me, it's here to test my hood. And I'll stare down heaven like a man who understood. Field to a one-street town. Boots hitting gravel like a slow funeral sound. Neon cross flickered on a bar's broke door. Saints and sinners hanging crooked on the floor. Saw a shape in the window, wild eyes, black lace. Love like a bullet that still remembers your face. She said, baby, you were born with the wolf in your chest, and vanished, leaving me to argue with the rest. I pulled a silver cross from under my shirt. Edges dull, but it carried every hurt. Cut my palm open, let the red run warm. Tripped it on that cross like my own private storm. I whispered, if you won't wash me, I'll stay myself true. Cause a sinner who lies gets twice what he's due. Wind turned cold, but it kept me standing good. Circle around my boots like it wanted me understood. So I rose again with my fist still red. Every lost night still crawling through my head. If the moon lifts only for my rise, then rise is all I'll do. I ain't begging for heaven, never walked into that cold light. Don't forgive it, just sees me clear. Every stain, every prayer, every curse in my beer. If the only halo I get is a circle of proof, I'll stand in its burn and I'll speak the truth. The dead fields behind me, bad roads ahead, but I ain't crawling no more. I'll bleed standing instead. If judgment rises with me, then rises all I'll ever do. You kneeled in the dust at 3 a.m. Ruins of your past staring back like old men. In your hand a fist of ash from the life you burned. Cold as the grave, cold as every lesson you learned. The moon's hanging crooked like we can sit. You whisper, hey, is this how it ends again? But the night don't answer, you just breathe slow, waiting to see if you rise or let yourself go. spark, trying to live like the fire in you ain't done with what it gives. There's a tremor running up your arm, like truth, not mercy, just the echo of your own. Damn you, then the ash in your hand starts humming low, like saying it ain't started to come. So you rise with the ashes burning under your thumb, ghosts of your failures beating soft like a drum. If the ash grows warm in the grip you give, then the fire in you ain't dead, it still wants to live. You're a sinner, a fighter, a man had bled, but you ain't the type to stay buried or led. If the ash grows warm, like a whisper from the dead, there's a spark in your bones they ain't finished with yet. You walk down the road where the chapel fell, crosses have broken like the tide of hell. You see a shadow out love in a torn red dress, that kind of blesses your mouth but curses your chest. She said, maybe you still running from the flame. You answer, no, I'm just learning to carry my name. She smirks like a saint who tasted sin twice, says then burn clean this time, don't pay the same price. So you kneel by the ruins, ashes still warm. Cut your palm open, feel the heat form. Let your blood mix with the dust you held, a pact with the fire you once repelled. Wind pushes hard, but you push back straight, breathing like a man staring down his fate. The ash in your hand glows faint like dawn, like telling you, son, keep moving on. So you rise with the ashes burning under your thumb, every old nightmare beaten down, overcome. If the ash grows warm in the grip you get, then the fire in you ain't dead, it was meant to live. You ain't holy, ain't clean, ain't free from the dead, but you walk like a man who forgave himself instead. If the ash turns warm when the whole world's cold, then your flame's still here, rough, stubborn, bold. By the time the sun breaks over your skin, you feel that heat settle deep within, and you whisper low, like a vow you bled. If ashes heat in my grip, then the fire in me ain't dead.